Yo guys, what's up? Shadow here and welcome to VR Sunday. Today we're doing something a little bit special. We're not playing a game, we're experiencing something. This
Hi,
title
I'm
is called...
QB. Nice to meet you.
Hi! Thanks for ruining my intro. But I wanted to say, today we're playing something, or we're experiencing something called Experience Colorblindness. So, as you might expect, what this thing will allow you to do, apparently, is to see the world like a colorblind person would see it. Which I always personally wondered how that would look like. And I apparently you can choose between different kinds of colorblindness, because of course there's a ton of different colorblindness modes, I almost wanted to say. But yeah, I guess we'll pick one of the modes. Let's see, there's some options here. Oh, hand skin color. It's kind of funny, it's like blue. No, that's not blue. I think, yeah, let's just... Hand thickness. Oh. Oh, I can have very slender hands. Aww. Let me have slender hands, please. Thank you. Alright, full experience. Let QB guide you to the colorblind world. Okay, let's just do that, right? QB?
Let's talk about colorblindness.
Okay.
The color we see is determined by wavelength of incoming photons. Our eyes use three types of cones to determine color, one sensitive to short wavelength, another for medium, and third for long. However, not everyone's that lucky. Some people have one type damaged, often too close to another, or even completely missing. Have you noticed how your world changed? Let me show you more.
Alright, I didn't 100% get that right now, but well, I think there's different scenes where you can experience these things, so I think it's better there. Alright, here we go. Hello QB, it's solar powered, cool.
Let's begin with deuter anomaly, where the medium wavelength cone is damaged.
Oh.
It's difficult to tell green from red.
Oh.
You can change the intensity from your wristband, as well as continue to next anomaly.
Okay, intensity. So this is like I see the world, right? So you can see the red roses or red flowers over there, orange, then it goes into white, beige, blue, pink, or purple, and then violet, pink-ish. And if we... Oh, that is interesting. So red, for me, red turns into this brown, greenish, and over here, the violet ones turn into these blue variations. Oh, this is interesting. You know, it doesn't look very abstract, it just looks a little bit different. And the funny thing, of course, is if you were always colorblind, if you... Oh, hold on. Oh, damn, that's interesting. If you grew up and had color blindness from your birth, you will never notice that if not specifically told. For example, I know for me, I learned that this color there is red. And now if I do this, I say, no, now it's green. But if you always had that, then this is red for you. Because you will have heard your parents say, oh, look at the red building. And then your brain is like, oh yeah, that must be red then. And red is very similar to green. And you know what I mean? It's very hard to explain what a color is supposed to look like. You only can say it's supposed to look like this object and that object. But if you're colorblind from the start, these objects will always have looked like that for you. So that's very interesting. Okay, cool. Of course, if you suddenly got colorblind, then it's probably a bit more abstract, because you know how something's supposed to look like. Okay, how do I continue? Oh, go on, okay? What's next? Hello.
Broad anomaly is very similar to the previous one, except now the long wavelength is closer to the medium. Red-green colors are faded together, except now pure red is barely visible.
Interesting.
Once again, use your wristband to continue.
you know what? For me, as somebody who always had, at least I think I am not colorblind. I'm pretty sure I'm not. For me, this looks like somebody put a Photoshop filter over it and basically like shifted the red colors completely out, which is probably kind of what happens. This is interesting. So here, the green kind of turns like into this brownish color, like the fence. How interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, sorry, didn't want to poke you around, sir. Also, you can very, very well see, like on that spectrum, and it's not. What I really find interesting that it's not just the colors at that spectrum where you have a problem change. Every color seems to change, right? Green turns into yellowish. The only one that basically stays almost the same is blue, but you get lot less variation. Very interesting. Okay, let's go on. Ooh, again, lots of different beautiful flowers. Hello.
Trigonometry is quite different from the previous two. As it changes the short wavelength, you will have trouble telling blue and yellow from each other.
Ah, yeah.
Once again, use your wristband to continue.
Now pretty much every flower just is red for me. Of course, somebody would maybe be able to tell the difference. Again, if somebody was always colorblind, right? He probably would say, oh, come on. He probably would say, oh, these flowers, which for me look slightly dark red, this is purple. Because somebody probably once told him that is purple, right? Yeah, and again, yellow fades into this brown tone, just kind of like this. So everything looks kind of like the fence. I'm really kind of blown away by this right now. And the sky looks green. How weird, right? Beautiful garden, by the way.
Cone monochromacy is when there is no difference between cones, so you can see only one color. It is very rare, with less than 1 in 100,000 people affected. Some people don't have any cones and their vision depends only on rods. In addition to no color, it's also very difficult to see in the daylight, as you can see right now.
Jesus, that must be harsh.
Let me take you to the shop to try shopping fruits.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Pick the orange. No, that's an apple, you idiot. Oh, how am I supposed to know? This is actually very cool so far. Oh, here we go.
Let's try shopping fruits. 8 types of fruit will spawn in front of you and I'll tell you which one to buy.
Alright.
You need to pick the correct one and place it into the shopping basket.
Oh my.
Let's try it with Deuteranopia.
Okay. Here we go. Oh my god. This is
3, 2, 1. Lemon.
Oh, okay. That is kind of easy because I know the form of the lemon. Hey, but my god, everything
Give
looks...
me lemon.
Again lemon? If life gives you lemons, eh?
Grapefruit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this is kind of hard now. That? Oh, that was wrong.
Give me grapefruit.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. That's... Right? That's no. No, that's not grapefruit.
Lime, please.
A lime. No, that's not... Oh, wait. Is that the... No. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Whoopsie. Sorry. Here? Hey! We got it correct.
Lemon, please.
Oh. Is one of those a lemon and the other is a lime? Oh, jeez. Okay, that was good.
Lime.
Is it this one again? Hey, so you really have to more
Give me lime.
depend on shapes than on color.
Give me orange.
Let's continue to museum to adore art.
Yeah, so that is very interesting. For me, these are very, very distinctive in color. But if you have this blindness, this color blindness, you have to more depend on shape.
Here is the end of our journey. A museum where you can adore various forms of arts. You can now fully control your colorblindness from your wristband.
Oh,
Also, you can teleport here. Press right thumbstick and then point at your desired teleport marker and you'll get there.
very nice. Okay, thanks. Okay, let's see. So this is normal vision, protanomaly, deuteranomaly, tritanomaly, and monochromatic vision. So this is basically black and white, kinda, right? So like this. Oh, oopsie, sorry. Didn't want to. Jesus! Like this. This is, yeah, it's just like black and white TV, isn't it? It's very hard to imagine walking through the world like this. Especially with, you know, could you just imagine somebody saying to you, oh, look at this beautiful, colorful bouquet of flowers over there, and you're here like, sure. Oh, God. That is so interesting. Yeah, it turns everything that looks super vibrant and colorful into like very kind of one-sided looking weird artwork. It's... Oh, what is this supposed to be? Modern art? Yeah, okay. Ooh. So here you can see a lot of different colors, so... Oh yeah, now here you can really well see which color spectrum changes, right? You can see here it kind of stays the same, but it gets a lot less variety, right? Very interesting. Yeah, okay. How cool is that? Intensity. How this changes, you know, from green and a different kind of grass to just like very, very... It all looks kind of the same now. Oh, this is weird. Again, I guess if you grew up like that, then that looks okay to you. That looks like a beautiful sunset. To me, that looks like a terrifying blood-red sunset out of a nightmare. And this looks like toxic wasteland. This looks like sepia filter. You know? If you're only used to like your vision, you kind of don't appreciate it, right? As much as you would if you know how other people can perceive it. And especially in gaming, often, you know, if you have like specific like controls in certain colors, that can be very hard to like comprehend in certain colorblindness. A lot of games today, of course, have colorblind modes, which helps with that, but there's still games out there which do not really help with that and have buttons, two buttons that are kind of the same color. If you're, for example, this colorblindness, you know, let's say there's a brown button and a red button, and they say, press the red button. Well, thank you. That really helps. This is kind of insane now. Especially this one. This really... Yeah, it looks like you take this picture which has different colors and you basically remove all the red from it. And here you basically just make everything... It's really like Photoshop filters, kinda. If you can imagine that. It sounds kind of dumb probably, but yeah. How interesting. Okay, cool. So, I know this was a little bit different than normally. It was not really a game so much. But I thought this was a really interesting experience, and I personally always wanted to know what color blindness feels like. It's very hard to comprehend and hard to describe, I suppose, because again, describing what a color is supposed to look like is very hard. If it might even be impossible without referencing to other objects, you know. What is yellow looking like? It looks like the sun or a banana. Well, it doesn't really help if your bananas look just like the boat, you know, and the sun looks like the boat. That doesn't help, right? What is orange looking like? Like the tiger. Okay, but the tiger looks like the forest to me, so that's a useless description. You know what I mean? So I'm very glad that things like this exist. And VR is not only for cool games where you flop around with your arms and do stupid shit, it's also for these interesting experiences where you can see something you would normally not be able to. Yeah, I really enjoy that. And as a bonus to this, it's free. It's absolutely free on Steam. You can just get it if you have VR goggles. You know, why not? Experience it for yourself. See how strange the world can look. I really would like to have this like as an overlay to other games, just to see how other games look like. You know, if I play like League of Legends, and you know what I mean? That would be super interesting. Maybe somebody should make something like that. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you kind of like this a little bit different experience. And this was Experience Colorblindness on VR Sunday. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.